Spirit Airlines closed. America's worst airline, or worst major airline. I'm sure there are some regional airlines that are worse. Crazy. Kind of been like a punching bag of the industry for a long time. I'm surprised they...
I was out there all day yesterday. They were just saying it, but I just chose not to believe it. And then I woke up this morning at 3 a.m. this morning. I had set my alarm clock just to see what was going on the website, the company website. And then when I woke up, went on to I'm booking a flight, and they said that Spirit have canceled all flights. I heard that we was getting ready to come out of bankruptcy, so I really didn't think that.
Yeah, Trump bandied about the idea of giving them $500 million, but I guess just decided not to.
We was gonna have a shutdown. I really didn't think so. All our aircraft was packed, all the way up until now. That flight, that 321 that we took into
he did
New York
forego
last night, had 200-something people on it. It was completely packed. It was somewhat kind of unreal, and I really haven't processed it all yet. I probably don't have to wait till I get in my car.
It's kind of funny because you'd think that making airline passengers suffer would be right up his alley, but no, I guess he decided it's not worth his time. Employed about 17,000 people. Man. Well, it makes sense, I suppose. It makes sense on account of the fact that they ran a budget airline and fuel prices are insanely expensive. Spirit Airlines has been not really that viable for a long time. I talked about it yesterday, but flights in America are way underpriced, which causes these airlines to run at impossibly thin margins and depend on a huge amount of government assistance to function. It's just not an efficient system. We need to invest in alternate modes of transportation. You all know that. You all understand it. You all get it. They're blaming it on Biden at the moment. Yeah, why not?
Airlines. I'll take your questions in a second, but I think it's important to talk about why are we here today. There was a proposed merger between JetBlue and Spirit, and Joe Biden and Pete Buttigieg, along with the Biden DOJ, decided that they did not want that merger to take place. And
that's okay. I don't really want to live in a world where JetBlue and Spirit Airlines merge anyway. Thank you. Who would have kept the name?
Another big story in the skies this morning. Spirit Airlines ceasing operations overnight after bailout talks with the White House broke down.
The low-cost carrier leaving thousands of workers and travelers in a major bind. Chanley Painter has the details. Good morning, Chanley.
Hey, good morning, guys. So earlier today, the company announced it was going out of business and ending its operations immediately, telling passengers to not even go to the airport, saying, quote, "To our guests, all flights have been canceled and customer service is no longer available." Despite the company's efforts, the recent material increase in oil prices and other pressures on the business.
Insane that such a big company has to crash like this too. They were really hoping for that Trump bailout. Like, oh yeah, sorry, don't show up to the airport tomorrow. Your flight doesn't exist anymore. Reschedule it. We can't. We don't exist anymore. Goodbye.
Have significantly impacted Spirit's financial outlook. With no additional funding available to the company, Spirit has had no choice but to begin this wind down. Well, this morning's announcement could impact hundreds of thousands of travelers and reportedly some 17,000 employees. Through the month of May, some 9,000 flights and 60,000 potential passengers are now impacted. Plus, the airline would have had 1.8 million seats to sell and would have had some 300 flights per day. Spirit's shutdown comes after a deal with the federal government could not be finalized and as the budget carrier struggled to get back on its feet after a second bankruptcy in less than a year. According to the Wall Street Journal, the airline had been seeking a $500 million lifeline from the Trump administration. The president said this yesterday.
If any airline was going to go, for those of you who don't know, Spirit Airlines is like the super duper budget shit ass airline that's like you don't want to take them. Their whole strategy is that they sell you the tickets very cheap and then they upcharge you for literally everything, like every possible convenience and comfort and service they offer you an upcharge for. It's a very shitty airline, but this is a bad omen for the rest of the industry.
Well, I guess we're looking at it. If we could do it, we'd do it, but only if it's a good deal. But if we can't make a good deal, no institution's been able to do it. I said, I'd like to save the jobs. We gave them a final proposal.
Well, now other major carriers are stepping up to assist stranded Spirit workers and passengers, including Frontier Airlines, who
if you work for Spirit and you're a pilot or like an air host or whatever, and you're not in the city that you live in, you're just stranded there, man. If you live in Austin, but you're in fucking Paris right now because it took you over, you know, I don't know if any Spirit flights run to Paris. You know, if you're not where you live, you're just there now, you know?
Quote, we are ready to support customers who may be impacted if Spirit Airlines ceases operations, with a focus on helping people continue their travel plans with low fare options. United and American Airlines say they are also ready to help. American says it has capped ticket prices on routes where it directly competes with Spirit to help limit disruptions, guys.
That's nice. I wonder how many people are going to take advantage of that.
Breaking right now, uncertainty for air travelers this morning after Spirit Airlines announces it is shutting down operations immediately. Let's get right out to Ray Strickland. He's live for us at Philadelphia International Airport this morning with more on what this means for ticket holders and workers alike. Ray, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you, Jan. Right now, we are at Terminal D at Spirit's check-in area here at Philadelphia International Airport. And as you can see, it is a ghost town. No employee is here. No one is here. It's empty. All that's left is this message that's on this electronic screen here, which says the company has shut down all flights.
Yo, if you didn't check your email, you show up at the airport with your family in like 6 packed bags just to see that it's a ghost town. It's empty. And on the screen, there's like a fucking blue screen ass "you shouldn't have come here" message.
Have been canceled and customer service is no longer available. And Jan, you can imagine how shocking this news is for Spirit customers. Some of them are literally finding out about this by coming to the airport this morning. We got a chance to speak to one man earlier this morning who was supposed to have a 5:45 flight. That, of course, is canceled. He said he had no clue that was the case and missed Spirit's email about the shutdown, which he says was sent at 1 a.m. this morning. Now he's here trying to get a hold of someone from Spirit's hotline.
Buddy, there's no Spirit hotline anymore.
Now, other major airlines have offered to step in and give impacted customers discounted tickets on their airline. Spirit is also offering refunds to customers. Now, the company did release a statement earlier this morning expressing disappointment about what's happened. Spirit warned of this before due to financial issues, but rising jet fuel costs related to the Iran war made a shutdown the likely outcome. And at this point, a government bailout isn't happening. So again, a lot of people are coming to this airport without a clue, scrambling to find another flight. Take a listen.
I mean, the email came in at 1 a.m., so I was unaware. This morning we had to get ready for our trip to Florida, and unfortunately, just when we arrived here, I found out that the flights have been canceled. The kiosks no longer work. So all the consequent bookings that I had made, I have to text them because I've prepaid all of those. Those are non-refundable. That is how I'm impacted.
And Spirit did create that website you see there, spiritrestructuring.com, to help people impacted by this shutdown. But Jan, that's not stopping people from coming to this airport. So right now, there's just a lot of confusion from some of the customers who had no clue that this was even happening. Jan, I'll send it back to you.
What?
God damn, man. Funny as fuck, though. Has this ever happened before? Probably, though probably not with an airline as big as Spirit. That'd be my guess, but, you know, I'm only 32. I'm still young, right? Right, guys? Everyone but United and Delta is in varying degrees of trouble. JetBlue is on the verge of going under. There have been 240 airline bankruptcies since deregulation. If we want an airline system, we need to regulate it. Well, we need to nationalize it. But yeah, it's not good. Don't look a day past 34. I'll take it. It's my favorite genre of, like, 18-year-olds posting on Twitter where they post a 30-year-old celebrity and they're like, oh my God, he looks so good for 30. And it's just like a handsome, normal adult guy. I was there too. I was once 18. Sean Duffy giving an update.
Many of you have reported this morning at 3 a.m. Spirit Airlines ceased
Speaking
operations.
of being young.
So what that means is Spirit does not have airplanes in the air flying as of this morning. Also, their call centers are closed and they don't have staff at ticket counters. So if you have a flight scheduled with Spirit Airlines, don't show up at the airport. There will be no one here to assist you. What Spirit Airlines is now going to do is go through an orderly liquidation process. We'll see how that develops over the course of the next several days. But for customers of Spirit, I want to give information on book with, as well as I and administration, whether they want to do a deal with the government. But also from the government's perspective, we oftentimes don't have $500 million laying around in a spare account that we can put into a bailout of an airline. So there was.
We always have spare money to give to Trump's Board of Peace or to ICE, even though the DHS is shut down. But to Spirit Airlines in particular, nah.
Creative thinking on how it could happen. Those two things never materialized. There was a significant effort by President Trump and the administration to make it happen, but in the end, a deal couldn't be reached, and so here we are today.
You also brought up the floated merger between JetBlue and Spirit Airlines. Spirit Airlines isn't the only budget airline that's dealing with some of the same issues, the rising fuel costs due to war. Do you foresee a chance where we could be staring down this same shutdown of other airlines as this war continues?
So the question is, and I know you don't have a microphone, this is, Spirit's not the only one who's having financial issues right now. There could be more. I would just point this out. Once the merger was denied in 2024, Spirit filed for bankruptcy. Immediately after
Is there anything that made Spirit Airlines uniquely bad compared to other airlines? Yes, they really sucked. But they're gone now. So, you know. How we talked about it 5 minutes ago. Come in for class on time next time, huh? Would they have dragged Blue down with them? Well, Blue's also struggling. You know, mergers are rarely done for the benefit of the corporation and usually done for the benefit of the stockholders because the shares go up in value right after the acquisition. So, yeah, probably wouldn't have solved much in the long run. Maybe would have gotten a little bit more investment cash in the long. Yeah, I don't really know. The JetBlue merger was an attempt by Spirit to dump their debt on JetBlue. Like dump it onto them, then liquidate them, use them as like a shell company, like the standard private equity thing where you leverage the debt and then you move it to a different entity while you plunder the company. Yeah, makes sense. The Texas two-step. Aren't you pro them going under? You want it to be really expensive? Actually, Spirit going under might help to lower prices for other airlines because the airlines can charge less for tickets if they can reliably fill up flights. But it's only going to be a marginal difference, and I doubt it's going to really bring prices down. They can also buy Spirit assets at a discount. Yeah, they'll be hoovering up all the planes, but that makes sense. You don't want to let Spirit's entire fucking like hundreds and hundreds of planes there. You don't want that to just go to the junker, right? Those are functional planes. That would be their fleet. Thank you. Got to do something with it. How many planes they own? They often lease them? Yeah, I'm not sure if they own or lease them. Thousands, I assume. I believe Spirit going away is going to guarantee an increase in airfares due to the lack of competition. Maybe, but it's not like there was much competition to begin with. You know, all these markets are colluded to fuck. 131? No way. They only had 131 planes? They have 186 Airbus A320s. I see competing info. They have less planes than I expected. Huh. Fleets are not that big? No, they just use them over and over, you know? But yeah, no, they're no United. They're no Delta.